Oloram, Baljate Narvore. Welcome to our, I think this is a 27th or 28th podcast now. Today's topic is hunting and survival related. We've got about 3 or 4 people in the Discord channel now listening and going to be helping out. Kansas Mando, I know that you're going to be doing the most of it. I'll try to help out as I can. And if you do happen to drop out, we'll probably wait for you to get back and just pause or do whatever we got to do. Take it away, Notavad. So, on the topic of hunting and survival, pretty much what I would imagine, and correct me if I'm wrong, is you pretty much want to pack like a camping trip so that if you're going to be out there for a while, you've got your survival basis covered. Bring enough ammunition and food for the weapon that you're going to be using, whether it's bow, rifle, shotgun, any Tertiary blaster that you're going to use. At the same time, you want to make sure that you've got your necessities covered. Your toiletries, your sleeping gear, any food, snacks that you're going to be using while you're out on your trip, whether it's the entire week or weekend you're going out, or if you're just out for a few hours, take what you're going to need. Kansas, do you want to go in depth on any of that? On what actually you want to bring?
I would say you don't want to pack, like if you're only planning two trips, pack for 3, but remember everything you have to pack out. Pack too much, it gets kind of painful.
I'm sorry?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming in a little mumbled, I think.
Similar to when regular trip to pack for 3 days because you don't know what will happen. You may end up getting stranded out there. But you don't want to pack too heavy because everything you take in with you is happy.
Alright. So like you're saying, even if you're going out for 1 day, pack for 3. Just like you're saying, you don't know what's going to happen. Car can break down. Everything forbid that your communications go down as well. Could be in an area where you don't have any good cell service, or Wi-Fi is probably not going to be available at any point either. So you can't rely on your cell phone or any other mode of transportation. Hopefully you can rely on your car or truck at least. Angels Bear, you got anything from experience or anything you would think you would want to bring? Maybe not.
Uh, if I was adding anything else, you also want to make sure you check laws because some places like Missouri, if you're carrying a handgun, you can cause some trouble, even if it's like this 9 millimeter, because I guess there are some things you can legally purpose like they're with them with the 9 millimeter, but it's like Missouri that was not like you carry unless it's a specific caliber. Oh, not
Something about carrying your sidearm while you're hunting and checking with.
hang on, let me throw my other earbud Can you hear me better?
A little bit.
I put both fingers. I don't know why the one.
Yeah, all good, Haran. We'll get it figured out eventually. If you have anything you want to add in, just put it into the chat. I've got the Cantina chat opened on one of my screens.
What I was saying was that uh, plan on carrying a handgun, you need to be careful. States have laws regarding that. Missouri, uh, I wasn't allowed to carry a knife in December. They're hunting and carry like a knife in laws.
So why... I'm kind of confused as to why they wouldn't want you to carry your sidearm. Are they thinking you're going to be finishing it off with it or something? I mean...
Well, it could be that people have had, like, you try to use a knife for a year, which I do, and they've done it really well, but it's just laws that are
It's,
very
it's the political Hutoon, is what you're saying?
basically, they're concerned about people not ethically hunting deer, which I'm all for. People hunt ethically, but it prevents somebody carrying 308, carrying 9
What's the problem with hunting on 308?
nothing, but if, I was carrying my 308 because I was carrying a 9 handgun, I got in trouble carrying that handgun because it's not a legal cartridge first use.
The 308 or the 9?
The 9
Okay. I was about to say, I'd never heard a problem of hunting with 308.
Since it is a bottleneck cartridge, there are some states up north that I understand have protest all
Well, I guess I'd have to be careful if I go hunting then, because my rifle is a 308.
most of the Midwest and southern states that's on an issue, and I don't think are that have bottleneck. I did because 30 around out the bottleneck because it brings down to the projectile side.
Interesting.
But for the trapping aspect of this, one thing I've always told people about the surprisingly is not to think about. If you're needing to trap for rifles, I always recommend putting rat traps. You can pick up an offer at the hardware store. You can put it for $2. You can attach that to the get world one all day long.
Sorry. I am listening, and it's kind of hard to hear still. But picking up rat traps, what was the purpose of that?
It's you like you can attach it to a tree and you bait it for like squirrels because at least around here.
Okay, squirrels.
Yeah, plus I mean they ain't exactly a high calorie breed, but
I mean, at least it's a little bit of meat. It's going to be for that survival aspect if you're out there and trapped.
rats and stuff.
So I'm assuming you would want to get the snap kind, not the one where they go in and hide and die. You want the yeah, you're going really robotic at the moment, bud.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea. Using snap traps to catch squirrels. I never thought about that.
I hadn't either. It's not something I would normally have to think about in my area. Yeah, your connection is going very unstable at the moment, Kansas.
Almost exclusively is that mechanical cut in and out.
Something about mechanical and cutting out. So while he's trying to figure out that or get it a little bit better, okay. Jen, you be quiet. We don't need to be hearing you bark right now. So, yeah, Kansas just messaged me. He says he's in a sparse signal area. May end up dropping the signal soon, so hopefully he can get back with us shortly. Yeah, a compass is one thing you would always want to take out, Haran. I was actually just thinking about going into that survival bit while Kansas is in the bad area. So, even if you're going hunting for only a day or two, you're already knowing that you're going to be out there overnight. So, check your weather conditions. Usually during the hunting season, it's alright, we'll do. I'll be looking for Kansas. So he's gonna start messaging in the cantina, and I'll just repeat back what he says. So being that hunting usually takes place in the fall and the winter, you're gonna already know you're gonna be in the cold seasons. You're gonna want to make sure you've got cold weather gear, regardless of whether it's a warm day or not, because if you're gonna be out at night, temperatures are and will drop. You want to make sure you've got something to be able to keep you warm. Whether that's just a light jacket, heavy jacket, depending on what time of year actually is. Sleeping bag, blankets, even if it's just a emergency blanket. You don't have to take your hand quilted bed quilt out with you. Just have a really good emergency kit in the car. A laminated map, compass, snacks or food that'll last you a couple days. Nothing that needs to get refrigerated, mind you, but trail mix, beef jerky.
These are good too.
You said leaves?
MREs.
Oh, MREs. Yeah, that would be a good one too. I was trying to think of this like leaves. I mean, if you're going for a salad.
Also, something that lasts for a while that you can just keep in your car is tubs of peanut butter. Usually, one of the smaller jars has 2,000 calories, and while it's not the best on macros, it will give you calories to be able to survive, to get to safety.
Haran's mentioning always mark where your trail is to the hunting spot as well. Kansas is coming in with two-way radios. For the two-way radio, you gotta make sure you get some with good distance on them. The ones you get from Walmart for kids play. Yeah, they say they go up to like 1 or 2 miles. But, yeah, I wouldn't trust those in a survival situation. Get some heavy-duty radios. Like, ones that will generally be used in a warehouse setting. Because those will go all the way across. And then some. Let's see what they got. I can see them typing. Pop finger left over here. Yeah, an open field 1 to 2 miles, yeah. distance in city blocks, yeah, probably only one or two for those Walmart radios. So it's good if someone's within, I don't know, a couple 100 feet probably in a forest. Alright, so Kansas is recommending a Boafang UV-5R with upgraded battery and antenna for the two-way radios. Let's open up a window here and see just how those are priced. Boafeng UV check 5R. Okay, so that's not too bad. Amazon, if this is actually it, is selling them for about $20 for one. So that's actually much better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like hundreds of dollars. And you can get optional speaker to go with it, or two of the radios for $40. So that's not too bad. Again, I thought it was going to be a lot more. Okay, so he's saying it's a ham radio. That would be one reason it's going to be a little bit cheaper. And you do need a license for general use, but emergency situations you can use without. Okay. Really quick shipping, too. If I order it right now, I can get it by tomorrow. Supposedly.
Yeah, you can get a whole setup with extra batteries, longer antennas, and everything for like $70. Oh, and that's two radios as well.
Let's see. I got a TID radio, UV-5R ham radio, set up for $60 with two radios, two extra batteries, two antennas, and what is this? Can't tell what those wires are. Okay, a USB plug and two ear and mic throats. Okay, it's the upgraded of Baofeng's UV-5R with 3800 milliamp extended batteries. Oh, okay, it's a programming cable. That's what that USB cable is. It's programming cable. Long antenna, earpiece, full kits of 2 packs for $60 with tax, probably. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, so he's saying it can pick up FRS, which is the regular walkie-talkie frequencies, but they aren't legal to use on those frequencies. Probably, again, taking into account emergency situations, probably can override that a little bit, but normal setting, apparently not supposed to talk on the Walmart frequencies.
Yeah, but honestly, it just depends on the police officer you find. So
True.
I mean, yeah, we saved your life, but we're going to give you this ticket for using your radio improperly.
Mm-hmm. Like, why were you on the Walmart frequencies? I was trapped and I couldn't find my way out. Okay, we can understand that, but here's your ticket anyways. Shablahutun.
There's also a product that's a little spendy that I was sent with my BattleBox subscription, and it is called Spot On. Let me look it up and post a link.
Yeah, please. I've thought about doing that subscription, but I can't quite do that at the moment. Not until I start hearing back from some of these applications.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah. That was actually considerably better. If you're talking now, we can't. I got McDougie. On hunting, make sure that you know where you're going to be taking your supply to get it skinned and prepped. Also, you might want to know just how much some of the basics are going to cost.
I posted the link to that spot,
I see
Satellite
it.
Communications, in the cantina. And basically, they have a more advanced one where you can actually text with it, or they have a
I see
basic
that.
one. Which
Okay,
is the one I got
it's
in
a
the
satellite
box,
messenger.
where, yeah. And so you pay a yearly subscription, and whenever you go out, you just have it charged up. It lasts 5 days, I think it is, for the one I have. And you can,
$250 for it too. Wow.
yeah. You can press the message button, and it'll send a pre-genned message to your family. Hey, I'm alive. I'm okay. And you can set intervals of, hey, if I don't check in by this time,
Send
log into
send
this
help.
spot and send help. Yeah. And also it has a emergency SOS button to where if you get hurt, and you can press that. But the caveat with that is you have to pay for the rescue. So
Yeah.
in conjunction with that, there are some insurances that I've seen, I don't remember off the top of my head, that will help pay for rescues like that.
Yeah. So they're claiming a 9,045 total rescue and counting. That's almost 2,000 hiking and mountain sports, 1,100 motor vehicle, 776 boating and water sports, and 312 off-road rescues. Looks like it's got a built-in compass and programmable waypoints. The check-in that you were mentioning. Tracking, which has 2.5 hour, 5 hour. 2.5 minute. 2.5, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute, or 60 minute tracking intervals. So you can see just where you've been and which way you're supposed to be going. Let's see, it's got the SpotX app. So connect to it via Bluetooth and have satellite connectivity at your fingertips. Messaging. Exchange messages with any cell phone number or email address from virtually anywhere in the world. Again, you got to have satellite coverage to be able to do that. The 24/7 SOS, search and rescue services. Yeah. A little bit of a pricey plan, but, I mean, can be worth it at the same time.
Yeah, especially if you like to go out backcountry hunting by yourself.
Yeah. So, Haran added into chat. Personally, when he goes out hunting, minus the bug out bag, is extra clothes, including sets of ghillies as well. Extra ammo, fire starters, hatchet if needed. Standard med kit. Definitely would also recommend a good med kit. Again, he's saying that might get a little pricey, and they do. We've got an episode that covers that probably about a month or two ago. But can save your life and someone else's, so they are worth it. Definitely having an IFAC, individual first aid kit, is recommended to have in your car regardless of situation, just as an everyday thing. Pop my back, that felt good. Yeah, Diabolos is saying he's got two TYT ham radios, but the batteries are garbage apparently. It's the fun thing about being in Discord. We at least have the access to the channel chats.
Yeah, exactly.
One channel I've seen that hasn't been getting used a lot is the Rami Kaddish, the workout channel. I haven't seen anything posted in there in a while now. Yes, it would also be good to know the animals of the area and state as well. Checking for venomous snakes, whether they're in the area, bears, wolves, etc. Thank you, Haran. Well, at least we've made it past the 3-minute mark. I was afraid we weren't going to have too much coverage. We're sitting close to a half hour now. Kansas also highly recommends Electric Ear Pro. Not only preserves your hearing, but some can amplify your hearing. Still preserves your hearing at the same time. And most have auxiliary cord ports you can connect with your radio. I'm wondering how the Bluetooth ones will can connect to it or not. Obviously, your regular throat mic and like your ones that come with the phone will be able to work with these. But I'm wondering if how the let's go back to Amazon and see who joined us. Oh, it's Tracy Yap. Pilot Core joined us. Let's see, does this have Bluetooth? Probably not, but I'm wondering if it's an available upgrade for it. Let's see. Just reading through some of these in my head real quick. Alright, so he's personally recommending, Kansas is personally recommended Walker Razors or Honeycomb Impact Sports. I'm assuming that's the radios, Kansas? Ear Pro, okay. And Haran mentioned, but to pack for said animals. I'm assuming that means the wild ones you're not hunting. Packing stuff to be able to take care of injuries from them. Okay, that's what I thought. All good, Vaughn. Just gotta draw the lines. So I'm not seeing a Bluetooth available, at least on these UV5Rs. So you would have to get something to be able to plug into the handset if you want to use your own Ear Pro or headphones. Walker Razors, that's the brand you're talking about. Is that Ear Pro or is that the radio? Let's look up Walker Razors. Ooh, I even found walkie-talkie attachments. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I've got it pulled up on the my second monitor so that the podcast can at least watch this part, see what we're talking about. Let's sort it by feature. Let's go cost low to high just to see what they have. Yes, because we're searching for auction stuff. I guess because it says Walker, it's gonna pull up the random shit too. Ooh, nice radio Molly case for the radios. Yeah, Star Wars radios. When you're starting to get into some of the other attachments and stuff.
Are you trying to screen share? Because it's not a...
No, this is getting recorded over OBS. I can screen share, though. There you go.
Find Mandalorian radios.
Nice. So, Kansas shared a link for a YouTube channel for best budget tactical comms setup. I'll make sure I get that pinned. You just don't have the boom mic? Okay. So it looks like we got some pretty good selections on Amazon, at least, for the Walker's Razor. Looks like I can get a pack of 2 of them for about $175. Intense music plays. When you said intense music plays, my mind just went straight for the Final Fantasy boss theme. So this is what's usually playing in the background of the... Do what?
Said Sephiroth.
Yeah. Yeah, Kansas, you're right. When you're starting out hunting, don't spend money on a bunch of fancy stuff. Ask around, see who knows what good stuff to buy. Just because you're buying the most expensive does not mean that it's going to be the best. Usually you want to fall in somewhere in that middle ground. You don't want the cheap, but you don't want the most expensive shit out there either. Kansas is saying, your great granddaddy used to drop the biggest deer you'd ever see, wearing a bright red flannel, drinking hot coffee, and smoking a cigarette. The good old days. Back in my day, Sonny, we didn't have all this fancy shit.
Yeah. And like getting the camo for the area you're in.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of breaking up your silhouette. It's not necessarily, you don't have to have the real tree down in south, or like out here where I'm at, the cryptech, I forget exactly what they call it, but it's completely different because I'm in the desert.
Kansas is saying the animals are smart, but not as smart as you'd think. Haran coming in with his ghillie suit dressing as a bush Wookiee helps a bunch.
Yeah.
I can just see it now. A camouflage Chewbacca just walking through the forest. So first thing that popped into my head was Chewbacca dyeing his hair to get camo. You know, Sasquatch isn't real. He's just a Wookiee that got lost on Earth. Yeah, that's all it is. It's a lost Wookiee. Ron. Well, that Wookiee Stanky needs a shower. Kansas popping in with a ghillie suits YouTube, how to make your own. I'm gonna copy these and move them into the copy message link, put these into the let's see, where do I want to put these? Let's go ahead and just post them into the podcast channel and get them pinned. Where's the pin? There's my pin option. Thought I lost it for a second there. What is that? Okay. Looks like it's the ghillie hair. Haran is posting pictures of his stuff in the channel now. Let's see, podcast channel, paste, and pin. Move up, grab the next one. Okay, so that's what he's going to use for a gun wrap and a patch for his rifle, I guess. Yeah, going to the range and making sure your weapon is sighted for what you're actually going to be aiming for. Like, even if it's a paper target, making sure you're hitting at what you're sighted for is definitely a good thing. I finally got mine sighted. I put about 40 to 80 rounds down it at the range a couple weekends ago now. Excuse me. Sorry, everybody. That one's kind of crept up on me. Don't be this guy. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 arrows trying to take down a single deer. And only one of them was a kill shot. The other 3 are wounds that could definitely be lived through.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I've not been able to find a solid answer online. What is a acceptable distance, lethal distance for 30-06?
Oh, well, first off, we want to find what the max effective range of a 30-06 is.
That's what I'm basically asking. I'm not good at searching things. Google.
Around 500 yards.
So thank you. And
so I'd say the Best range is somewhere between 200 and 300 yards.
Okay. Cool.
Because around 500 yards is where you're going to start losing your momentum and angle. Okay, Kansas is coming in with 30-06 is 800 to 900 yards with the right loads for lethal distance. So the 500 would be the effective range.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't even begun to try and start shooting that far yet. So, yeah, I just have a little Savage Access. Action.
Yeah, I've got one of those. I recently built myself an AR platform for it to replace it. And I didn't like the fact that I can only have 5 rounds in it. Yeah, that is correct, but that doesn't mean you are lethal at that range, the 8 to 900, yeah.
I completely understand that.
That's where you would be at that.
The training for that part. There's all the parallax and everything, or whatever, the curvature of the earth and wind and all that good shit.
But wait, you're saying the earth is round? No. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I could not help myself. I'm sorry.
I don't understand how we got away from that, figured it out scientifically, and now we're back to it. Like,
yeah.
Really?
So it's not like we don't have pictures from space actually showing the curvature and roundness of the globe.
These freaking people.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, the only range that I have that is out that far, because I live in a big city, is the Kenley range, and they're only open when I'm at work, so I haven't had a chance to practice for longer range shots.
Yeah, there's a range about an hour south of me. Winchester built, I don't know how many years ago now, but when they built it, it cost them about $1.5 million. And it is a nice range. They've got 3 shotgun ranges. They've got a 15-course skeet trap range. And then they've got a words are failing me at the moment. I want to say a competition, or at least that's how it strikes me, as a competition style trap range. And then they've got one that just overlooks a lake or small pond, big pond in their case, and it just shoots out over the water. Probably a duck style trap. Then if you go further down, they've got a generic rifle range, bow range, and they've got a handgun range. That's usually where I'll do my sighting in, because I've got a really good long distance rifle on that one. I think it's 100 yards is the distance on that one. Let's see, Kansas is coming in with some stuff in the chat. So Federal Terminal accent loads are able to expand adequately at 900 yards and 30-06, or 800 for 308. Ron's coming in with finding deer with arrows sticking out of them for probably about a season or 2. For rifle shooting, you should also consider a ballistic calculator app. Oh, terminal ascent, not terminal accent. It's all good. We all do it, Kansas. We all suck at typing. Ron saying that's why he loves using his Mosin iron sights. He knows if he can hit it, the chances ever came 100 yards, and definitely closer. Just gotta know the gun.
Yeah, I'm sighted in for 100 and I can hit it 100. I just have gone much past that.
Yeah.
And especially with the scarcity of ammunition nowadays and the price, I haven't.
You gotta be accurate, yeah.
Spend that money yet.
I don't know if I'm gonna be. I started reloading the shotgun, but I don't know if I want to chance it on the regular rounds just yet. It's also the fact that I don't have a press for the brass casings. I've got the 12 gauge.
Yeah.
We've got a pretty good episode so far. I like it. Been about 45 minutes now. Oh, if y'all want a really fun game to play, it's an idle game on computer. And I'm not being paid to talk about this. I've just been playing it for the last not the last few hours, but before I went to bed last night, I was so addicted to playing it. It's called Leaf Blower Revolution, and it's free to play. You just use your mouse to drag the person across the screen, clearing leaves from the yard. It's fun. I'm gonna just for the shits and giggles of it, I'm gonna go live. I've still got it running right now in the background, and this is it. Got a little shovel, I can dig shit up. You got little robot guys that are let's see, change it over. I really don't know why, but I'm using a large paint roller to push the leaves off. You got little rabbits that pop up. Fun shit. Go ahead and just wanted to show that off real quick. It's a fun game. But let's see. So got a couple more things in chat now. Shooting 22 rim fire at 100 and further ranges is a great way to practice your long range shooting if you're strapped for cash and distance. That might be a good idea. I might go out and get me a 10-22 breakdown, and I got about 5,000 or 6,000 rounds of 22.
I've got a 702 Plankster with 4K rounds, so that's a great way.
And I know 10-22s aren't that expensive either. Like maybe $100 to $200 for one. 22 is known as a poacher gun. Works great for deer. Very accurate in the right hands. See, I know it's the problem with smaller calibers is you don't think they're that very effective because they're that damn small. Kansas is saying 702 Planksters gang. Might take a look at one of those, see how much they are, see if I like it. But I do need to cut the podcast off. I've got some stuff I need to go take care of real quick, so I'm going to stop the recording now.